This is high. Crap, man. Jeez, this is high, folks. I had to bushwhack. I'd been live a half hour, minutes ago, but I had to literally cut a spot. Fish down here, it's so freaking high. I finally made it back down on the river, folks. How you doing? Thanks for coming back in, my friends. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Yes, sir. Welcome back to MBP Fishing. Welcome back in. Hope you guys are having an awesome Monday. Hope you guys had a great weekend. As you guys can see, they're down there, back down here on the Mississippi River, up in the trees. Yep, we're up in the trees, folks. Yep. Welcome back in. Yep, this is our channel. Welcome back in. It's our channel. All right. Tell you what, let me get some bait on these rods. I'm seeing some big grass carpeting the surface. Very, very close into the shallows. I'm also seeing a couple of nice blue cats hitting. We'll get our big rod out here and our small rod. Oddly enough, I've got a smaller weight on my big rod than I do have my small rod. Because I want, where these fish are hitting, these bigger ones are in shallow. So I'm trying to compensate, trying to get those suckers to hit the big rod by putting very light on there. We're up in the trees, folks. River stage is about 28 feet, so we're just a few feet shy of flood stage. Feeling a little bit better, still got a little energy to go, still got a little recovery to go. Yeah, that infection has whipped my butt, folks. It did. That eye infection. Yeah, there was a couple days there, I slept 18 hours straight. And that is almost unheard of for me. Last time I broke a bone, I didn't sleep that long. All right, that one looks good. We're just gonna put a little gobby night crawlers on there. That's about a Carolina rig, about maybe 10, about a foot off the bottom, I guess. I don't know. I don't like that cast. Not with that weight. We're gonna make sure we hold in a good spot, and this is gonna be tricky, folks. Holy cow, this is high. Rephrase that. Holy crap! I didn't want to put that on there because I might have gotten YouTube angry. I misplaced my mic feed, folks. I did. I can't find it at home. I don't know what I did with it. Might have to buy a new one. That's okay. They only cost about $10, so I'm not too pressed for that. By the way, thank you for a donation from Rich to PayPal. We were able to get out fishing today. I did have enough for a can of corn. I just wasn't sure whether or not I was going to get down here or not. I was trying. Thanks to that donation, we were able to make it out here much easier. Got a good cup of coffee, got some energy in us, and I come down here and we're up in the trees again. Woo, nice. Now, folks, let me get these rods out. And I will check that out. I think we're just going to go with 2 rods right now. I had 3 rods rigged up and ready to go. It's just I don't think I can fish 3 rods in this spot. So I literally had to cut my way through this spot to make enough room to cast. Got a lot of driftwood floating around. It's going to be a little bit of a nuisance we're going to have to deal with. On the brighter side, we do have a nice pleasant day. It's about 75 degrees. Partly cloudy. Pretty pleasant out here. Yeah, and these fish have got to be in really close to the bank. So I'm not even gonna try to bomb her out there. With this flood, with them up into the trees like this, these fish do not mind coming in right smack dab right underneath your feet. So I do have a can of corn. Yes, sir. I do have a can of corn. So I'm gonna see what's going on here. You guys may or may not recognize this spot. It's hard to see. That's the bridge over there. This is the best camera angle I could get, really. I pushed you guys back here within an inch or two of a mulberry tree way back here. As close as I could get her back there. There's a big one just hit the surface out there. Not too far past where I cast it. Go to my metro zone. Always pumping that stuff on my dang cell phone. And here we are, folks. Yes, here we are. And we are super pixelated. Huh? Let me see if I can do something with that image, folks. I do apologize. We're just getting started. This is a very, very tricky spot to set up. Let's see if we can get a better image for you guys. We're going to pull her a little bit further off the ground. I'm going to have to clear some more weeds out of the way, though. Well, that's a little bit more exercise, I guess, right, folks? Let me see if I can get this cleared up for you guys. There goes a pretty good fish right over there. Now let's just clear it up for you guys. And that does look clearer. Alright, I think that might be okay. I'm going to clear a few of the weeds out in front of you guys. There's a big fish just hit the surface right by the bank. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of debris on my line right now, folks. I see it. Alright, that looks better. We're going to keep clearing some stuff here. Got a few branches in the way here. Get the stuff out of the way so you guys can get a clear view of the fishing rods. I hope that's clear. I do apologize for that, folks. We're just getting started. You guys know how the signal quality can be back here. Seems I walk away from it. Looks okay. And then all off and on. We'll see. I need my tablet. Big fish in here, folks. Could be an interesting day. I'm seeing, I saw 2 or 3 nice grass carp hitting the surface here, and right a few feet past that, I saw one big blue about 8 or 10 pounds come up, bust the top. Danny, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Danny's first in. That's Princess. How you doing, Princess? Hope everyone's having a great, wonderful day. Awesome, my friend. Thank you for that. I hope you do too. And thank you for linking that up, my friend. Let's see, John C, what's going on? How you doing today, John C? John C says hello, Mike. He says hello, Danny. Danny says hi, Princess. Says hi, John. See, Chris says good luck, Mike. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that, my friend. And awesome for you to tune in today. John says, Princess, hello. He says, Chris. John says hello, Chris. He says, really pixelated on my side. Hopefully I cleared that up. See, Dirty 30, what's going on? How you doing, 30? He says, MVP the fishing legend. Yeah, hopefully I got her fixed up for you guys. Thank you, Chris. You never know until you turn on the live feed whether your signal is going to be. Let's see, Dirty says I lost 40 to 50 pounds. Striper 2 feet from the net last night. Never going fishing again. Don't let that fish win, Dirty. Get back out there, catch that sucker again. Dude, when I miss a fish, it just ticks me off. I just want to go out fishing more. Sorry to hear about it, though. Let's see, Dirty says, IMOA Dirty. Says, that's a shame. Let's see, Dirty says, I'll be out next week. Got you, my friend. Don't let them fishies win. They ain't smarter than us by much. Oh, boy. Yeah, it ain't smarter than us by much, folks. We just a little bit smarter by hair. And that's a good sign. Held in just the spot I put her, and no snags. So that's a very good sign. I'll tell you what, make sure that's a big one. There's about a 7 or 8 pound grass carp keeps coming up to the surface right in front of me. There's about a 20 over to the left of me. He stopped moving around after I moved in, but this one over here, the smaller one, he don't care. He's like, you try to catch me. Go ahead, try. Now the water is up, folks. Holy cow, this is up. I might try bigger weight, but then again, if I'm going to be holding him out here, not really any point to using 2 ounces of weight where I want to fish. I can hold with a half ounce. Right? You know, it makes sense to me. Why use 2 ounces of weight when I can hold with a half ounce? We got this in different levels of our Carolina rigs. Even though the weights are about the same, they're in relatively the same spot. They are, well, they're, one's about a foot off the bottom, the other's about 6 to 8 inches. So depending upon where that fish is traveling in the water column, hopefully they'll get a snack at it. I do like to change up my here in a minute when I throw my one up and won't run in the water yet. We've got some massive driftwood fish floating up and down right now, folks. We're going to be manning these rods. That's another reason why to not even bother with casting up 50 feet. Because all you're going to get is tons of driftwood on your line. You're not going to be able to hold out here with any degree of accuracy. Any size of weight and stuff, because all you're going to do is get a 300-pound tree, grab onto your line, and it doesn't matter if you got 10 pounds of weight on it, it's going to get pulled up. I mean, look at this, folks. There are trees literally the size of my living room floating down this river right now. And don't worry, folks. I'm looking out for Mr. Snakey. Just chilling with David. How you doing, David? David says MVP. And Tom, how you doing today, Tom? Tom says hi. He says hi, Dave. Let's see, Dave says hi, Tom. Tom says, good. Hi, Danny. Awesome to hear, my friend. Hope you had an awesome weekend. Thank you guys. Notice we are monetized, so sometimes easy to forget. Skeeter, what's going on? How you doing today, Ryan? Ryan says, Mike and chat here from Skeeterville. How you doing today, my friend? As you can see, Ryan, we're fishing in the trees. First day, I really felt like trying to tackle this river, and she has to be up in the daggone trees. Skeeter. See him, Mike. How you doing today, Mike? Mike says hi. Here says, hey, Danny. Let's see, Danny says hi, Mike. See 16 incredible people in. See 17 thumbs up. Those are pretty good numbers. Here says, I see with all the rain from Pennsylvania had a tornado last night. Yep, that explains it. All that water dumping down here. Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you. Yep. Hi. You're laughing his butt off. Yeah, I know you're laughing your butt off. It's all raining down in my face. You're welcome. And next time I see you, I'm gonna throw you in the river. I'm joking, buddy. Dude says, I'll be river fishing tonight, brother, myself. Awesome. I'm definitely not going to be doing anything later on tonight. I'm hopefully get a couple live streams going from a couple people we can swipe around back and forth and back and forth. I think I went through some poison ivy again coming back through here. Crap. I already washed it off. Here's just chasing flathead. Hopefully they bite. Yeah, there's a lot of fish in here, Ryan. So that's the potential in here. We've also got grass carp, blue cat, channel catfish, common carp, freshwater drum. Good luck today, buddy. Hope you get a big one, or this evening, by the way. Yeah, I don't even have. I lost track of where my mic key is. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Skeeter. Yeah, I'm keeping my eye on these rods. There's some good fish in here. All we got to do is get them in here and get them biting. You good luck, brother. Cheers, everyone, and drop off a thumbs up, brother. All right. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it. 17 and 19. Come on, guys. I know you're here. Yeah, this water is flooding. We're about 2 feet from flood stage, folks. Right, come on. Think about it. That's my big rod. I saw peck on it. Very, very likely. You guys know how these fish are down here. A little peck bite can be a little baby fish or it can be a monster. There was some nibbling on it though. I wasn't up to digging 100 worms and going fishing today, so I only got like 70. They are better size than what I've been getting recently. Shouldn't need as many per cast. Let me set my spot in chat here. Go. That way I don't lose my location in chat. Helicopter! 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 These guys have got to be. I can put a bigger weight on here while I'm bombing around. I don't think it's really necessary. Let's see that. It don't take but a second to change up that weight. There's so much work cutting this location open. Should have brought a dang machete with me. Actually, I need to sharpen my machete. Kind of dulled up. Seems like I might need to put a little bit bigger weight on there. snag. It's just, I don't know. I think I might need to put a little bit bigger weight, a little bit more weight on there on that one. What size of weight do I want to put on there? I got a bigger weight on my smaller rod here. Medium heavy. Bust it up in the stuff back here. What I got over here, I can just put on extra weight. That's probably good. Put on two 3/8-ounce weights on instead of one. Probably do the same job as one 1 ounce. I'm gonna hold off on this one just a minute. Now that I got this down here, I just cannot believe something's not gonna pick that up right in the shallows here. Yeah, don't throw it over a tree right there, which it did. It doesn't seem like very far out. That's 8 or 10 feet of water right there. You guys have ever seen this water when the water's low? That's a freaking lot of water in one little spot right there. That was, I picked it up, something pulled back. Wonderful. I picked it up and so went, Oops. And obviously this one's gonna hold better out there, the same amount of weight. This one's only got like, I believe this one's got 6 on her. Yep. Something there tonight. I know with poison ivy, if you wet it down, you're going to activate the spores, but at the same time, better off getting those spores off of you right now than have that stuff get all over your body and then get it home and activate it. I'm not sure if that's that or not. I could have just scratched it. I don't know. Safe than sorry. I don't know. Better safe than sorry, my friend. Hi. Let's see. Hannah, what's going on? How you doing today, Hannah? Hannah says hi, everyone. Annie says hi, Hannah. Tom says hi, Hannah. Hannah says hi, Tom. T Dirty says hi. He says let's go. We have one. There was a fish on that one. I just didn't really notice it. Hey, Danny. T Dirty says just popped in real quick to say hi. Gotta head back out. But good luck, Mike. Get him. All right. Thanks, Dirty, and I appreciate you dropping by. You have a great rest of your day. See 14 people in it, seeing 21 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. You guys should be able to hear me. You're not really that far away, and I don't even have a wind block on back here because the amount of trees back here should pretty much block everything. We're looking good, folks. Tom says, you're real good, Mike. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it. I think I lost my mic feed, or I dropped it somewhere in the house. I can't find it. My landlord in and out all the time. I'm always cleaning, and my bad eyesight, chances are I probably just swept it up or vacuumed it up by accident. It's extremely possible I did. It's only a $10 mic feed, so I can replace it relatively easily. But at the same time, I hate losing stuff. I do. I just drive a guy loony for this stuff. Where'd the seal come to? Leave that right there. A lot of driftwood close by, folks. A lot of that driftwood. You have to leave nothing to get that, like that. It's right there. It's in the one spot. I think it's poison ivy. I think it might have got bit like that. Relatively easy to do when you're bushwhacking through these trees. Get bit by something. Scratch the wrong branch. Pretty easy. Man, there's just tons and tons of driftwood down here right now. Usually this stuff doesn't do this. Usually this stuff will pile up in one spot and just stick and stay. Must be just so much of it coming down right now, it's got nowhere to go. Nice one just hit the surface out there. What I can do to increase my odds here. They're pretty close, but at the same time, it's kind of filling up the location. Cast is one medium rod out there. It does have a bit of weight on it. We've got a pull around. Cast that one out there in mid-range, pass the other rods to the back there. Mount her down good, set the rack real good. We've got 3 cans. Just gonna have to make sure I remember when I cast this one, that one's out there. Cast over it. This one's got a little lighter line, so good hold out there. A little deeper water. Small worm, big little worm. And right up worm. Big one right there. Right in the tree, folks. That was a nice bit. Look at that. You can see him coming up to the surface. That's about 2 or 3 pounds. Almost looks like a white bass. When he's smacking the surface like that. The only problem with doing this with my other rod is there's still a lot of crack down right now. It's very difficult to very difficult to hold. Doesn't matter if I put any kind of weight on out there. If she gets one of those logs stuck on her, she's going to get pulled right out of wherever she is. Alright. I can't cast overhanded here, folks. I'm going to cast underhanded. Let me get her out there a little bit, though. It didn't seem like I went out there far. I went on about 50 feet. That's like 20 to 30 feet of water back there. Yeah. You're putting my hole. Here we are. That should make a ruckus if it hits it. It's gonna wobble out there. Stabilize. I don't know if you can see that rod very well, but that's the best I can get. I don't have much shoreline to work with right now on this spot. In fact, I think I'm losing the last of it down here. It seems to be going up even higher. I'm not getting much down here right now. Seems the big one's hitting the surface, so it's it doesn't get back here. These guys can get really fattened up when this water is high. And oftentimes more difficult to catch them when they're up high like this and when they're down lower. Because they eat a lot more when the water is high. They get filled up so quickly. If you're eating 3 meals a day, not really hungry. What's going on? How you doing, Flava? It was the 21st. Flava says hi. And Danny says hi, Dave. Larry says, new spot, sweet. We're down up here in the trees trying to see if we can get some fishies for you guys. Flava says, good to read ya. He says, smart. He found himself a nice shady spot. Yep, it's pretty comfortable back here. Temperature's about 70, 72 degrees. Let's see. It says, be right back, going to. All right, my friend. Let's see, Abby, what's going on? How you doing, Abby? Abby says, hey. Like we started a goal. This is good luck. This is happy Monday. This is happy Monday. Hope you guys had an awesome weekend. Hi, Abby. Spawn, what's going on? How you doing, Spawn? Spawn says, hi, Chappie, and good drip. Austin, my friend, you to visit today. And he says, hi, Varga. Hi, Mr. Snaky. Yeah, just go that way. Go that way. Spawn says, hey, Danny. Hi, everybody. incredible people in. Let's see, and 28 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. As you can see, Spawn, we're up into the trees down here on the mighty mud of the Mississippi River today. She's up super high. I might have thought about trying some of my other spots, but see, they're all flooded. One down here to the right would be good, but there was someone fishing on it, so that wasn't going to happen. I gotta watch where I put my hands, make sure there's no holes around. Put my hands. I don't want to put my hand down where a snake can take a nip out of me. So surprised nothing was hitting that big rod right by the bank. Something looked like I picked it up once and dropped it. Guys, I know you're here. Maybe Carolina rig right by the bottom. Yeah, my eye is still sore, folks. It still is pretty sore. Looking good, folks. Yeah, I can actually read her even with tablets without my. I do apologize for not being in feed as much, folks. That eye infection got it took a lot of energy out of me. Might be getting a little tech bite on that one. I'm not sure. I'm probably gonna put a little bigger weight on that one here in just a minute. See if holding out there a little bit deeper will work, even though these fish are in shallow. Seeing them in here shallow, it's kind of an oddball thing about them. I'm wanting to hit that. If I can pick it up. There. All that. Really, dude? Missed it. Yeah, that's a pretty good bite, though. Wasn't pulling the drag out, but still. That's on medium to heavy. It might be holding out a little deeper than I thought. You know that I'm seeing hitting the surface in here shallow. Like they might be out there deeper. Sometimes that doesn't make sense why they do that. The food is in here, they're eating in here, and they're bolting right back out into the depth. And they grab something to munch down on. Yeah, that's why I was just slowly pulling like kind of in a smaller flat. I'm positive what that was. That kind of makes sense, that bite, missing that fish. casting that right out there, right past the rock face, right where the sand bites. You gotta get out there and we'll be good. I'll tell you what, I can put my small rodding really close. And I can we've got no rule line to walk down this stuff. Unfortunately, I'm stuck on a rock. I'm stuck. Looks like I can get that. Feels like the hook was snagged. Lucked out. I got it back. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put this one in close. And we're going to put this one about mid-range. We're going to put a little bigger weight on that. But definitely my thought of these fish is I was seeing them in the shallows, and being in the shallows, they're not. Feels like we might got a weight snag on that one. Either way, I don't think this one is off. Find out what it's on. Snag right by the bank. Weight and the snags. Popped off. Yeah, it was. Get snagged in the rocks, you gotta check both your line and your hook. A lot of times what will happen is you'll dull the tip of that hook. When you set the hook on your next fish, guess what? You're gonna miss it. I'm gonna put a little extra weight on this one. See if you can hold out there a little deeper. Got our textbook today. We got the far rod out deep, middle rod in, middle range. We're gonna have the close rod. You guys, the close rod that way. That one's gonna be in shallow. Doubling our weight from 3/8 to like 8/9 now. Pretty much now. That hook does not feel dull at all. Luck down on that one. That's the thing, folks, too. If you get snagged, if you fish in the rocks and you get snagged and you do get it off, make sure you check that hook. It's so easy with hooks nowadays for the tips of those the very end of that hook to be bent. The hook will look like she's fine, but the tip will bend on you. I don't think I have to worry about my worm dying down here today. Back here behind underneath the shade trees, be better. I've got a blackbird up here that's eating mulberries behind me. He does not like me. Certainly I'm in his spot. Bite. Okay. bites out there, I can tell. All the way. Oh, that's it. My rock bait just fell over. What happens when you have a spot? You don't have much room to work. Even my skinny little butt is not quite capable of fitting around this stuff. That's a lot of wood I gotta float through before I hit the bottom. Probably should just let that fish hit it. He's not getting into the worm off. Plain. Yeah, that's in a pretty good spot. If he doubles that rod, that rod's not going anywhere. Gotta reset my rock base here. This is going to be cast a little bit further out. Not much. Just a little bit. It's about maybe 3 or 4 feet further out. Surprised at that difference in depth will do. And I just hit a stick on the. As I was trying to float, as I was trying to get the line to sink, I hit a stick. Maybe that sucker sink. Still sinking, 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 still sinking. Alright, yeah, that's like 15 to 20 instead of 7 to 8. And this one's just going to be flipped up out of mine. Cast with my line. I like casting from that big rod. Man, that sucker must have ripped it. That's one. Oh, wait. Let it go, Michael. No way that could have sucker ripped that put me down there. But snag while you're doing this. Sometimes you pull the line out of your hand. Had that happen. That's only happened a few times over the years. So I've been doing this. People on with the line that I get wrapped around one another and I wind up having something right in the rod pull out of my hand. Yeah. Right out first. That ripped it down again too. All of a sudden these suckers are drifting way further than they were before. There's no real way I can cast here. Sidearm. Sidearm, overhanded. Can't do it. It's free. That's just the same distance I cast before. It almost seems like I could put this one. Boy, that's going to mess up you guys' view of the big rod. I don't know. Kind of seems like I could put this here. I'm going to have to situate that a little bit better, but it doesn't seem like I can do that over here. Isn't it amazing that flying can get wrapped underneath a rock so easily? This one's going to be flipped in here right by the bank. Hopefully my big rod's going to drift. And we're working on this, folks, trying to find some angles. This guy's yeah. Rod was getting light on this. We'll be able to get back out there. Back. All three rods are situated again. I know you guys like to see the big rod more, but even with almost an ounce of weight holding out there a little deeper, that 20-pound test I can't hold. Just to push her down. Now with this lighter line, even with a half ounce of weight, quarter ounce of weight. Yeah. It is. 13 incredible people in. Let's see, 39 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. You guys are enjoying the show today. Up those fish hitting the surface like that. Danny, Arnold, what's going on? How you doing today, Arnold? Arnold says, how is everyone? Micro, good day. Good day to you too, my friend. If you bite some of my rod over there to the right, no takers yet. Got two rods in here closer, still nothing hitting. Well, we're up in the trees right now, Arnold. River's super high. This is Tom Brohay. This is what's good, Danny. The name of this video is Holy Cow, because holy cow, this water's high. It's Honeycut. How you doing today, Honeycut? Honeycut says hi. And he says Cuddy. Let's see, Colt, what's going on? How you doing today, Colt? Colt says Mike brother. Gator says Danny brother. He says Colt brother. Ben, what's going on? How you doing today, Ben? He says hello. I'm here from Plunder. Awesome, my friend. Let me make sure to sub you from my backup account. That way I can get to you when I get back home. Hey, Gator. Gator potato. Says hi, Ben. Arnold says Ben. Arnold says, Ben, hello. He says, let me rent you, Ben. Thank you for that, Danny. That'll be much easier for me to find him when I get back home. Says, what's everyone's favorite music artist? Boy, there are so many good ones nowadays. I'm not even gonna. I'm more of a old style country western. Love the Beatles. Wilson's a good one for country. Elvis, another good one. Bee Gees. I'm more of an old school type. You know what's going on. How you doing, my friend? I said, dude, consistent absolute master at baiting. Gotta love it. Hey, to put 3 rods out here in such close quarters, it can be tricky. Says hello, Minnow. Seeing JR Buzz, what's going on? JR Buzz yells, let's go. And he says JR Buzz. Seeing Steven. How you doing today, Steven? Steven says hello. He says, Mike, I had a good conversation this morning with JR. We need to talk about it. All right. I'll get with you on WhatsApp when we get back home today, Danny. He asks, what are you fishing for today? Let's see, with the water as high as this is, our species in here are blue cat, channel, flathead, common carp, grass carp, buffalo, freshwater drum, channel, and sturgeon. That's just your common species that like to come in here and eat floodwater. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Sorry, was watching the World Cup. How's everybody doing? Doing okay. I'm still pretty dang sore, but I'm making do. Somebody really, how you doing, somebody really? Somebody really says, rest in peace, Oliver Tree. Like Danny says hi, somebody really. He says JR. Cool says Chris, my brother. And Miss Daisy, what's going on? How you doing, Miss Daisy? Miss Daisy says hi, Mike. Chris says Gator. Ben says, yeah, rest in peace, Oliver Tree. Even if I don't like his music, he was happy and young. How it usually is. Carly, what's going on? How you doing, Carly? Carly says, happy Monday, Mike. Happy Monday to you too, my friend. Got it, we got that one. I don't know what we got. It's in here shallow. Pretty nice, whatever it is. I just picked it up and started running. We've got, oh buddy, whoa, 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 whoa. I think we got a channel cat. What is that? Man, it's diving. Nothing. Big old freshwater drum. This is a day though. We'll take her any day of the week. Man, she was in close. And that's on our little 6-pound test, so I gotta fight these guys a little softer. Now, right to the lip. That's 3 full pounds. Nice fish. Come here, buddy. Yeah, we got him, folks. Ha ha. And he's warm too. This sucker's in shallow water. Right low lip. Oh, come here, buddy. Quit it. Let me show you off to YouTube, and then you go back home and do drum things. Whatever drum do, you can do. There you go, folks. First fish of the day, my friends. Gorgeous fish. And we got a tree branch right in our dang old way. Dude, seriously? All that time. Yeah, we got it. Dude, come on, man. Give it up. Sheesh. Alright, here's our camera angle. And we got this. Now, that little stinker can sit there for a second. Got a tree branch in the way. That little stinker can sit here for a second. He's like being a freaking nuisance. Dude, see what I mean? Every time I try to hold him, that's a temper tantrum. Jeez, dude. Gorgeous fish, folks. I love it. Head there. Looks like you might have been bumped by a barge. That's on the other side, though. Awesome fish, folks. That's about 3.5, 4 pounds. I love it. Right, buddy. Get you back in the water here. Back in the water. That's a nice first fish, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you. And he wouldn't hit my heavier line, but I put the lighter stuff in there with the same weight, and he smacks it. And boy, did he mess up mine. It's stuck there. And he really messed up my screen. Oddly enough, this big rod is actually going slack. Our far rod out there is going slack. Jeez, folks, look at that. There's literally a look at the stuff floating down. I gotta get this out of here anyway. Wait for the stuff floating down. What's happening? Half a house just floated down right past me. Okay. One more rod to get back out. Come back and check that chat. You guys are enjoying the show today, my friends. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you haven't, if you have already, yay! Thank you very much. That was just a couple little microphones. They weren't even that big. Got nowhere to set up my bucket right now. One of those, grab one out. Move on and move on. Get enough bait on here to cover them good. That's about all you can do with these guys. That didn't take too long. Took a little bit of time, but what the heck. MBP's got the skunk, is gone. Adios, muchachos. Sayonara. Hasta la vista. You are out of here. Goal! Goal! Yeah, for the soccer fans. I just did that. You can always edit it out. Talking about it's going to be on live feed for all eternity. That's pretty shallow. Well, you got to keep an eye on those rods. These guys will hit so fast and you'll miss them. Here we go with the commercials again. Boy, they sure know how to program this stuff. Promos and stuff. There we go. We're back in. All right, here we are. Ben says, hey, Carly. Carly says, I'm good, Mike. Magoo says, yay, yay, with the thumbs up. Ben says, oh, dang it. It is Monday. At least says I've been there. Believe me, I've been there. Let's see, Carly says, cold. Let's see, Ben says, dinner. Let's see, cold says Carly. Ben says, carp. Nope. Freshwater drum, white perch, or sheephead, as you commonly know. Ben says, oh, big old bass. Magoo says sheephead. Gator says it's a drum. Yeah, they're either called freshwater drum, white perch, or sheephead. See, Bambi, what's going on? How you doing, Bambi? It says that drum has his whole world spinning. His ears be ringing. Hey, he's the one that wouldn't give up. Give me 15 seconds to show him on YouTube and he goes home. See, and he says, woo! And no skunk. And fishy emoji. He says, I think we swim backwards now, Gator. And he says, just in time. Gator says, right, Chris. See, Keith, what's going on? Keith says, Kenton, anything, where are you fishing at? That was our first bite. We're down on the mighty muddy Mississippi River down by the Arch in St. Louis. Yeah, we're about half mile upriver from the Arch. And that's St. Louis, Missouri. Caught one freshwater drum about 4 pounds. See, then he says, pretty spot. Just threw one back. See, Chris says, in 5 minutes, you'll see him on the branch saying, I'm a bird gator. Okay. I don't know what you guys are on. I'm glad I'm not on it. Good spirits today. So glad you're feeling better. Yeah, the pain's down quite a bit. Either that or I'm just managing it. Infection's gone, so that's one big thing. It says later, Danny. Danny says, need to go, Mike. Take care. All right, thank you, Danny, and appreciate you coming in. I hope you come back soon, my friend. Danny says, yeah, bye, Danny. Have a blessed day. And Fear Coops, how you doing, Fear Coops? Fear Coops says hi. Chris, Danny says Fear. Says Fear. Danny says, how's the Netherlands? Says, hi, Bambi. Hi, Chris. Hi, Fear. Fear just with the thumbs up. Chris says, Tom. Tom, thumbs up and 100%. And this is hi, Tom, and thank you. See, Colt says, here, my brother. See, 8 people in to see 45 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. You guys are enjoying the show today. And we look like we're freaking pixelated again. I don't know. It might just be my tablet. Let me set up the quality. Yeah, looks like we're pixelated again. Yeah, we're pixelated again. Not terribly, but still quite a bit. Oh boy. See what I can do. That seems to have cleared her up. Vanessa, what's going on? How you doing today, Vanessa? Says hi. Abby says hi, Beth. Abby says Vanessa, pretty name. He says Abby. Gator says engine or whatever. Nah, he's speaking in tongues. Abby says Abby says man paps. Getting a great group in here. Thank you, Bambi. It's all thanks to you guys sharing us out. See, Bambi says, what gator? I'm so impressed. See, Vanessa says, doing good. I am doing the drying. Curry fry, fires. Get the wood fires oven. First day, day's fine. It's finished. My friend. I hope you enjoy the show today. We're down on the mighty Mississippi River today. He says you're welcome. Peter says, well, Colt's laughing his butt off. Let's see, Abby's also laughing her butt off. Here's Johnny Lamb. How you doing today, Johnny Lamb? Johnny Lamb says MVP. Abby says thank you. 12 incredible people and 45 thumbs up. I think I need to recap this. Abby says, shouted you out. Thank you, Abby. Appreciate that, my friend. Vanessa says the newly built wood fire oven must be slowly increased in temperature for 6 days to get it to dry out completely. He says that's so cool. Hi, John. Abby says hit that button and go subscribe. He says you're welcome. See, Colt says Chris is energetic. Oh boy, speaking in tongues again. Oh, I got you. Got to build wood fire for pizza. That's awesome. Right out here again. Drifting further down there. What's going on with her? We had a few bites out there. Hard to get around this stupid driftwood. Pulls me all the way into the bank. I drop her down as quick as I can. I keep her out there away from that driftwood until she's sunk down the bottom. And right, put on more weight. Hate to. Tell you the truth, I can just cast it further up front. The angles that these rocks are located on down here, folks, when you get near a rock, if you don't cast upriver, I mean literally up current, you're not going to get snagged a lot of times in this stuff. If you cast upriver, yeah, you're probably going to get snagged in them. As long as you stay like within straight out or something, you're usually okay. We've got no no angles here to cast, so just casting underhanded out here right now. Good. Anyway, let's check out our big rod down here. See what she's doing. She is snagged. It's holding there though. You can never tell if that spot was any good. If you're stuck in a rock or something, a lot of times the fish won't touch your bait. You're stuck in there and they can't really find your bait. You can smell it and they're sniffing around and they can't really get to it. Bird? Are you crazy? You're ready to land on top of the tripod. Bird. Got no, you can't cast overhand here. There's no way. No way. I can cast over my line. Yep. That's what I'm gonna have to do here. She grabbed onto the line. I can't do that. Sitting on that line. I understand it being over the top. Over and over and over again. rod is just, spar rod isn't working anymore because this stupid driftwood is so dense in here. The moment she hits the bottom, she gets 4 or 5 pieces of driftwood hit her and pulls her right down. It doesn't matter if I put on 4 ounces of weight, that driftwood would knock me right out off the bottom. Good try. It's a little difficult to get a bite when I get one. But I could just try pushing her further up here. That one. Sometimes I wonder why people keep their rod tips high. Whenever I do, I cannot hold in any location without the maximum amount of weight necessary. If I keep my rod tips down, I wind up holding in those locations. But rod tip up, and it doesn't happen. We're going to have to do this. Let's stick her back as far as we can get her. Closer to the water. Could be a heck of a jump if that rod starts to double, but underneath the rock and the drag is set pretty good. I'm just bouncing that tree right now she's set on. I tell you what, folks, there are not many spots down here right now you can fish. I had to cut my way through this spot to get in here. Technically, this spot wasn't here until after I made it down here. That's just me hitting that tree. Alright, we're going to give this one more cast with our big rod over here before I put even more weight on it. I do have some 2 ounces in there I can use to see if we can pull out there a little deeper. Maybe that'll work. What's going on in chat? Maybe it says young. Tom says that's cool. I always wanted one. Me too. It just seemed like a little bit too expensive, just a little bit out of my price range. This says this project has been on my bill the last 14 years. Train, folks. This says I'm on pause tomorrow. I'm working until I get back from our curfew. See, Jose, what's going on? How you doing, Jose? Jose says hi. Jose, that's okay. I'm writing my comment right to the tomorrow. I may bring my avocado because I buy a nice town. I love large gallon. How you doing, buddy? Just get him. Tom says, maybe you can create a catfish at the motor vehicles department. Yeah, that usually doesn't work. Hi, Richard. We got one. I saw him. Yep. We got one freshwater drum so far, about 3.5, 4 pounds. And as you can see, Rich, we're up into the trees again. I had to bushwhack back into the spot. And he says, yeah, Tom, that'd be like crazy and probably smelly. You know, they have an ice box. He says, keep it up, bro. See, Tom says, I would love to see their faces. Let's see, Andy's laughing. But let's see, Andy says hi, Arnold. Tom says, last time I had it took 4 hours. It took about 2.5 hours the last time I was there. Let's see. Anna asks, any fish yet? And we caught one freshwater drum about 3.5, 4 pounds. Seen some big ones out here, but getting them to hit is another matter. See in Northern what's going on. How you doing today, Northern? It says MVP, hello, my brother. It says, don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Like us out, it will help the channel. He says, hey Anna, we got one drum. You got it, my friend. And he says, I Northern. Abby says, hey Northern. Tom says, it's the only place I know that hasn't changed in about 30 years. Sounds about right. See, Bambi's laughing her butt off. Bambi says hi. See, Northern says, Abby, hello. Northern says, Tom Brooks, hello. See, Tom says, hey Northern. See, 14 incredible people in. It's seeing 63 thumbs up. It's awesome, my friends. You guys are enjoying your Monday. This one seems like doing something. I don't know what it was doing. It was doing something. I think it might have just had a stick on it. Just come off when I picked her up. You get some big blues and stuff when it's like this. You can also get some big carp. You can also get nothing. It's just the way the river is. Honestly, yeah, this one here, and that one, I should be sitting back there with it. If I was doing this myself, that's the way I'd be doing it. And I'd be manning that rod right back there in the trees. I've got to have something to watch. Not always about catching fish, but this is tricky, folks. See, I've got nowhere to cast. I'm literally casting underneath my other rods. I don't know what to do with this other rod. I mean, every time I put her down, now she's straight down that way. She's literally all the way down to the left. Even though I cast that in very close to the bank, very close to the, still floated all the way down the river. My rock face again. I'm just trying to get up on top of the tree, and there went my whole rock. goes the cat boat. Oh, I know this guy. This is the guy that likes to just run around in circles. I've never seen this guy actually fish. He just runs around in circles. Here he comes back. 40 miles per hour. Never seen this guy actually fish. Runs around in circles. I mean, rafting. Wouldn't you have to stop eventually? Unless you're like rafting for a government or something. Oh yeah, he'll do that for about the next hour and a half, 2 hours. He'll run back and forth over. He'll run straight across to the other side of the river, run straight back. Run straight across the other side of the river, and run straight back. And he'll do it about 30, 40 times in the exact same spot, over and over and over and over and over again. Like the rod. Nah, those were friggin' trees. Pulled me right up. I thought that was a bite. Stupid branch and crap. It's impossible. I can't fight this current on here, no matter how much weight I put on here. The amount of driftwood and stuff floating down. The only way to fish her is just right by the bank. Every time you cast out, here he comes back again. That's all this guy does. Run around, 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 around. Never once seen him stop. Once seen him ever stop. Doesn't have the equipment on his boat. He actually doesn't have any markings on his boat at all. You're supposed to have numbers on the side of those for him to actually be legal. So he's going to be doing this for about the next 2 hours. Right down. Right. Let's knock up all the driftwood. It's so impossible to keep this fish. Thank you, my friend. Now I got a big tree right in front of me that's blocking everything. I can't get a cast now. Angle. Here he comes back. He went 60 miles per hour across the river, back to the river, across again, back again. And Justin and I, we watch this guy. There's no explanation as to what he's doing. Why continue to grab the same location anyways? I can't put this story. Got a gigantic now. I can't even cast around. Well, guess that puts our 3 rods. out of the way because I can't fish around that tree. And now he'll run back and do it again. Run back and do it again. Run back and do it again. Do you realize the amount of driftwood coming down on the river? I've seen barges when they get hit by some of those big logs. It literally makes them bow. I mean, it doesn't knock them down, but it makes them bow. You might think you're safe in that boat, but you're not. I mean, three the size of a house, you're going to capsize that boat, especially when you're doing 60 miles per hour. We were fine down here earlier, but now there's no way we can fish this spot now. Gotta wait for all the driftwood to float out of here. All because someone's playing around in their $25,000 boat. That boat cost more than everything I own. No, literally, if he was, coming back and forth down here to fish, he'd just run around in circles. Back that way. 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 Back that way over there. Over there. It's not actually the way to graft either, even if it was grafting. And you don't do grafting in super high water, you do it when it's low. When you're doing it in this kind of water, like, it's gonna change. That water drops, it's gonna completely change. I gotta wait for this driftwood to flow by first. Question for you. Why would you continue to grab the same spot over and over and over again? After you grab the location, don't you have like that information? Why would you keep coming back day after day after day? Here yet, wait for the stuff to go by. All that driftwood was stuck up in the trees and stuff and branches. All out. find a way. That's back. I know where I want to hold, and I know where it is out here. There's no way to hold one. Once someone's got a 7-ounce, 7-pound weight and a maybe 30-foot rod and reel, something that would go on the back of a pleasure cruise. Even then, it's probably. And here comes a wave from that. So I've got more trees, more branches. I cannot keep my line out here. Every time I hit the water, I get a break. Literally, within the last month or two, that's about the 30th time that guy's done that up and down the shoreline. Same boat, same everything. It doesn't make any sense. Why would you? If you were drafting a location, even if you drafted it incorrectly, draft it 2 or 3 times, you're going to get it right? Not, drafting it in high water, it's not going to work. Just like I said, doesn't have any markings. Tree. That's how long I got to sit there before I hit a tree, and this time I hooked the tree. That time I hooked it. Might be the end of it. No way I can do it. The way this strap is running down here. Mom. Every single cast I'm getting. I don't even get to the bottom before it gets blown. Finding out. Maybe it's settling down now. Still means the guy doesn't come back up again. A lot of times he does. Go down, go down, go down, go down. Then come back and do it again and again and again and again and again. All the driftwood pieces down there. Snag again. Flash the bowl way down here on the rock. No. Nothing too bad. And yeah. That's a tiny hook on. Got one rod out there. An eye on it, one close. While I'm doing this, I've got my other rod. And look, another stick. All these sticks were stuck on this tree. Oh yeah, there are people fishing the shoreline. Maybe I want to slow down here. I can literally just throw this right out like that. Man, dude, this big's still hitting my line. I can use a cane pull out here to be pulled up. My boat. It's just some crazy guy with a $25,000, $35,000 boat who doesn't know what to do with it. Hi. NJ, what's going on? Hi, NJ. How you doing today, Mark? Says, what's up, MVP? Chris says NJ. Steve Gabby says hi, NJ. And see, Chris says hi, Mark. Norman says, NJ Fishing Maniac, hello, my brother. Message, and it says, probably because I wouldn't shout out. Wild, what's going on? How you doing today, Wild? Wild says, let's go. And Andy. How you doing today, Andy? And he says, Mike has a new spot. And we're up here in the trees. So the water is really high again. That was fun. Have a great day. Sorry about that, folks. I think she's settling down now again, finally. See, let's look at Latonya. How you doing, Latonya? Latonya says, MVP. Hey there. Wild says, any luck? One freshwater drum, about 4 pounds. Latonya says, good afternoon, everyone. And Kevin. How you doing today, Kevin? Kevin says hi. 7 people in. Let's see, and 58 thumbs up. Awesome group. You guys are enjoying the show today. I got this thing on high picture quality. It's still looks like crap. We're on 180. I don't know why the screen is always looks so yucky. I think we're pixelated again. Let me go fix that. We've got a bad signal spot right here. We're up in the tree, so I have to keep doing this sometimes. A little bit. And that looks better now. Let's see, Chuck, what's going on? How you doing today, Chuck? Chuck says hi. Yeah, we had a big boat go by like 15 times, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Kind of mucked up the shoreline. Knocked all the tree branches and stuff out of there. Pierre says it's good, Mike. Yep, thank you, Pierre. It looks okay now. Didn't before.
Yeah, I need to get this bigger rod back. Oh, whoa. Hi, buddy. That is a rat. That was a rat that just, I don't know if you guys saw that. That might have been on the feed. Yeah, that was on the feed too. Ran right by the lower, just about underneath my feet. He just looked up at me. Yeah, it's a pretty nice spot, Chuck. We're down on the mighty muddy Mississippi River. Yeah, she's flooding, so you can understand a big mouth or something coming out of the rock. He was afraid of me. Like, one yell with the eyes. Yep. He ran that way. He kept going that way. I just saw a tail for a minute. I wasn't sure what it was, and I was like, oh, big mouth. River rat or river mouse, whatever. I gotta get another rod. Great. Snap that off on me. Oh, it's my other bag. While I'm up here, I might as well put like an ounce or two of weight on this big rod. Bomb her out there deep. Look at that. I think we're in my. This is my green box. There it is. Found it. I don't remember what they are. I just might. They're in. I don't know what they are. Yeah, there goes a sign that says something. Oh, the sign just went underwater. Never mind. Yeah, that sign surfaced for a second and then went back underwater. And I raised my rod up to just in time for a big tree to hit my smaller rod. Of course. So grab a hold of both rods again. And got her snagged. That's not even a tree, that's a telephone pole. More to step in my other rod down here. No, with that kind of stuff, even with 10 ounces of weight, even with 10 pounds of weight, your lines are going to get knocked off of wherever you're holding. That line was 2 inches from the bank. Yeah, it's still pretty deep right here. Probably the reason why that fish had a mark on it is floating free and that one drop. did pretty good catching a fish in this stuff right now, folks. I really do. Pretty impressed. You catch something like that. I just dropped my stuff because my rod was on the way to pick something up. Re-ring here. Scratch. I don't know where the heck my foot went. So high right now, folks. Like near July when this river was near, let's see, this time of the year the river's usually pretty low ahead. This year it's been so high all year long. It's like, I guess late February, early March, it's been up really high. It's going to be interesting to watch that mountain up by the got a hook snag. While we were trying to do that, log in. Come on. The leader in my mouth. We got it, folks. That's our second freshwater drum. Oh, we're trying to do this. Oh, boy. I grabbed it from underneath the tree. That's going to be an interesting short feed. Oh. I don't want to put my leader down because I'm going to lose my leader today. That's 2 pounds again. That's a nice more ground. Golly, good. Snap that hook. Nice. Hook snapped it too. Great hook. That's our second fish of the day, folks. Number 2. Awesome freshwater drum. Full fishy, folks. I love it. And I go about 2.5, 3 pounds. It's not quite as big as our last one, but still a nice fish. Switch you around here. Check you out from the other side. I love it, my friends. Gotta love it. Get in a close up for you guys. Yeah, I haven't gotten a close up with these guys in a while. Yep. Just waggle, 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 smaggle. Cool guy, folks, right? All right, buddy. Thank you. Maybe I don't even need my other rod right now. Just bite them. What do I do with all my stuff? Tell you what, I'm just gonna get this one rod back out and I'm gonna protect that cat. But I just remember the hook snapped off. So I gotta put another hook on. Hook snapped. Yo, we just stuck. Usually I'm down here for like an hour and a half, 2 hours before I put my rods out and go, well, I wet the line. It's good enough for me. I'm just going to set my butt here and enjoy the river. Every just a minute. You got to wait for more driftwood to go by. I ain't but 3 or 4 feet from the bank here. The only problem is that, yeah. There ain't no room here 3 or 4 feet from the bank. Okay, every time I show a fish off, an industry goes. Hitting the driftwood again. Look at that. Trying to pull that rod in. I can't even put 2 rods down here, folks. This is impossible. I'm gonna have to focus in on one. And snap. Yeah, it's just impossible. Like I can't even get the 2 rods down here. That's the way this craft is. Every time I bring up, get the 2nd or 3rd rod out, driftwood stuff grabs onto everything I know and tries to drag down the river. River comes down a tire. There's the side of someone's house. A bunch of logs. I'm kind of amazed at the stuff floating down, cashed down here on the river. At least I'm out here fishing, right, folks?
say I didn't lose the vision in my right eye. Which could have been worse. It would have been a heck of a lot worse. One log. Now we got an open spot to cast again. This casting was the length of the rod. I'm flying. Wait. Wait back here. Alright, let's get back into the chat, folks, see what's going on. More pixelated again. Every time I try to show you guys a fish, she gets pixelated. It's going to be like that all day. Alright, I think we're just going to man one rod right. And we just lost our signal completely, didn't we, that time? Yeah, she didn't even clear up that time. Now she clears up. Let's see, 5 incredible people in and 62 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today. Yeah, that camera should have been like that. I don't know why they moved over on me. Yeah, we caught 2 nice freshwater drum today, folks, but I'm pretty sure our camera angles, our camera, oh boy, another, always happens with that one stupid boat that is now anchored across the river. Oh, that's not anchored. That's on the bank. By the time tomorrow comes in, the bottom of this river is going to be different. The amount of silt and stuff getting lost going down the river, trying to grab the river at this level, it makes no sense. It's like trying to pop a dry that has a hose on. Trying to rake up the leaves in your backyard when they're constantly falling. The weight is probably $600-700 in gas. still doing that every time I walk in front of the camera. It goes pixelated. And back off the drive. See, that was on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're looking clear again, at least. Yeah, we're fighting the driftwood, folks. This is a losing battle. We caught 2 freshwater drum today. One about 3 pounds, one about 4 pounds. So it's not been a total loss. It's just I'm pretty sure with the way my signal's been today, every time I look at it back here, after I've caught a fish, the signal's gone. And I can see the edges of those trees. Those edges of those trees have got lumps on them again. And my rod has lines through it, so pixelate it again. And yep, that cleared her up. Doesn't make any sense why she'll stay at 4 or 5 bars and then go down to 2 bars. And stick at 2 bars. Jeez. Hang on, folks.
Yeah, this is kind of scary, folks. This is a losing battle with this stuff. You wonder why I'm only fishing with 1 rod right now. That tree is bigger than my house. And it just floated by. Bye-bye. That tree's only 30 feet long. Yeah, easily 30 feet long. Probably more like 40 feet long. It's cool to view. It's just kind of sucking your fish through. And here comes another one. Another 2-tonner. See that in the background? That crackling? That's that tree latched on to other trees down there and just ripping those other trees right out of the ground. See 8 incredible people still in and seeing 68. Yep, 68 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Hope you guys are enjoying the show today. So pretty cool to view, not to fish in. See, Lisa, how you doing, Lisa? Lisa says, I finally made it to the house. Awesome, my friend. Yeah, as you can see, we're still down here fighting the river down here. Caught 2 freshwater drums so far, 1 3 pounds and 1 4 pounds. See, and Lisa says, and look how comfortable you are. Yeah, it's this comfortable spot. I mean, It's an enjoyable, relaxing location. It's tough to fish with this driftwood floating by. I can only fish one rod here. I literally can't fish more than one here. I can't keep up with the floating debris, the houses floating by, and the telephone poles, and the tires, and the miscellaneous stuff that. Yeah, what is that? I don't know what the heck that is, but I don't want to know. Oh, hi, Lisa. Give you a thumbs up on that. Hope Mark's doing okay, Lisa. Oh, different Lisa. I was just. $68. Awesome, folks. Yeah, it's comfortable here. It's nice, relaxing. It's just, if trying to fish it, if you just had, like, you know, sitting down here watching the driftwood float by with the, just sitting here, it wouldn't be that bad. It'd be pretty fun. It's just fishing and not so much. Let's see. El Pato Fishing says nice shady spot. Yep, and it's a relaxing location, but we got a massive amount of driftwood floating by right now. It's just about impossible to fish her. Glad you're staying out of the sun, my friend. Hey, well, I say I ain't that stupid, but I am pretty dumb, so I do sit in the sun a lot. We caught one back here. We caught 1 3-pound freshwater drum and 1 4-pounder. Yeah, you see this stuff floating by? That's the problem. Look at the tree. Go away! Don't hit my rod, please. Let's see my river, low water, and lots of high water and lots of debris. Yeah, it can be a hassle. Caught 2 fish though. Check it out, folks. This is what I bushwhacked through to get through this stuff, to get to this little spot. But hey, we're back here. That's what counts. Enjoying the outdoors. I caught 2 fish. I'm impressed. 2 nice freshwater drum. See, Latonia says right. Get off me, ant. Boy, it's like so quiet back here. All you hear is the running water. You know, the slapping of the rocks against the water against the rocks. Miss my rod, please, 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 please. That one's not going to do it. Yeah, that one's not going to do it. I ought to just create a nature, audio nature. Just. It's fine. I was. It's on, folks. That's a pretty good fish, whatever it is.
That was a bite, folks, right underneath all that debris. Man, that was fighting. Sheesh. Yikes, dude. Man, that fish took off. I think we got a big one, folks. Right in the middle of all that debris. We got a big one, folks. Now she's running back in with it. A massive freshwater drum. Jeez, that's a big drum. It's so close to the bank, that fish could have been a couple feet from the shoreline. Yeah, that's a 10. That's a big freshwater drum, folks. Oh, guys. Come on, girl. Yeah, we got her. Sheesh. What is with these hooks sticking today? This bug had that. Alright, look it out, folks. There are worms on the ground. No. There we go, folks. That's the big one of the day. That's about 10 pounds easy. 10 over 10. That's a 26, 27 incher. Boy, this sucker fought like a blue cat or grass carp. I love it, my friends. I love it. Big guy. Beautiful fish, folks. Where were our camera angles? We're angled over here again, aren't we? Where the heck are we? Oh, dude. Give me a break, man. I'm gonna get you back in the water here in just a minute. Trying to figure out where our camera angles are. There you go, folks. That's the big boy of the day. Get in here close for you guys. I love it, my friends. Whoa, dude. I love it. All right, buddy. I'm getting back in the water here. You, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, that was fun. I thought my line had a stick or something, right? And I pulled her up and I got her off the stick and I just kept looking like, hey, is that rod still pulling? Why is that rod still pulling? There's a fish on there. Maybe it's best if I stick with one rod. I need to be doing better with only one rod here. rather than continuously messing up too. Water was a little warm right there real good. Knocked that bucket over, and most of them got out on me. No, hopefully we got enough to make some more casts. Maybe just some stocking worms or purple. This one they just gonna die down here on the rocks anyway. We lost a bunch of worms. Bucket. It went down and down and back down. The majority of them escaped and ran. Drowned pretty much. I think they just drowned themselves because they went right into the water. Instead of going uphill, they went downhill. Downhill's the river. Where I can put this bucket here, there's no more flat. Probably go down there. One's stuck in a rock here, I'll never get that out. There's a piece I'm trying to get it out. First time the driftwood slowed down here. Guys, hey, that's pretty good, folks. We got a freshwater drum river monster, and we don't get many drum monsters down here. Yeah, that was over 10, and my arm was buckling on that one. Thank you. Let me replace that pin. Thanks, Latonya. The Latonya says, right. Latonya says, all right, reel him in. It says, you got it. It says, nice fish, MVP. That was a great catch, and I'm so glad that one came in clear. Because I come over here and the camera still looks perfect. So I think we got 2 out of our 3 catches today, even in this like kind of bad signal quality location. I think those 2 came in good. And again, thank you, Latonya. Let's see, 7. We got 11, 7 and 11. 7 incredible people in. Let's see, and 65 thumbs up. We were 11 there for a minute. Hey, that's the first push I've seen in a while. Let's see, Latonya says you're welcome. Yeah, this is the kind of day, folks, where if I wasn't with you guys, I'd probably just set my rods back, lie back, and take a nap. That's how peaceful and enjoyable it is down here. Even if you can't fish, or it's just... I mean, look over here, folks. Look at the amount of driftwood floating down.
Look at that stuff. That's literally more wood than exists in my entire house. It's a lot of wood. The Mississippi River doesn't need any blue pills. It's got enough wood on its own. Basically from trees. All right, so when the water rises, she'll uproot and, you know, just tear down a whole bunch of trees. And this river goes all the way up into Canada. So you can imagine the amount of trees that are up and down the shoreline, up all the way up to the... Yeah, it's just... Oh, there's only one tree here that does that, right? But 100 yards down the river, oh, there's another tree, another 100 yards. And that's just this side. The other side is doing it too. Yeah, breaking off, getting torn up. A lot of these have just been completely derooted. And you know, trees do die eventually. So most trees have a basic lifespan. Now, those lifespans, like in some trees, might be thousands of years old. But if you're talking like a stinkwood tree or a... Yeah, she might only live 8-10 years. Oh, no, I got... Yeah, no, these are just trees. It would be an interesting idea for them to grab that stuff and use it, but I guess it's not usable for... Seems kind of a waste for it to just float down to the Gulf of Mexico and float out into the ocean. That's what happens with it. Oh no, missed my rods. I don't think that one's gonna do it. Get the stupid thing again. Got it. Knocked it off the bottom. Yeah. Give me an excuse to put a little bit more bait on here. Rain, folks. That was just the engine going by. That wasn't even I guess you could call it a train. It's the head of a train. Where's the body of that train? Actually, it's pretty comfortable where we're setting. There's like a lump up here. Pretty much sand. I don't know where it came from. It's been here for years. But I'm not going to argue. It's comfy. Let's see. Latanya says, if somebody needs to build a shelter on an island out there, they got plenty of driftwood. Yep. And then some. Looks like she's coming in nicely now. She's just kind of stabilized now. She's holding at 3 bars instead of... She was bouncing between 5 and 2. Now she's kind of stabilized at 3 bars, so... And we still got 1 rod out down there, and that seems like the one that's hitting. The other 2, just, it's too much at work for one person to man more than 1 rod in this location right now. Actually, it's borderline impossible because when that driftwood comes by, it comes by in chunks. And all of a sudden, there's a massive amount of driftwood running over your rods. All 3 of them. You wind up getting the first one out, and the next 2 get snagged. So instead of fiddling with that technique, we're just concentrating on 1 rod. 1 rod, 1 reel. Yeah, sorry about that, Mike. There's another Mike on YouTube. 1 rod, 1 reel. I don't even think he does YouTube videos anymore. Or he actually, I think he does like... YouTube videos about financing. He used to do fishing videos. He kind of moved on because after he made all his money on YouTube doing long forms, he started investing that money. So that's kind of his thing he does now. Definitely that 1 rod's been doing very good by itself. It's actually the rod we've caught all 4 fish on today. I tried her out deep, caught a fish on her, and the other 3 have been in shallow. 5 incredible people still in, and 67 thumbs up. It's awesome, my friends. I just need to start. I might do that with my other channel, my backup channel, because I have 50 subs on it. I might just start after the live stream was over, whatever power I've got left in my cell phone. If I'm going to keep on fishing, I might just put that to the side and do the audio of the outdoors. Kind of walk away from her far enough to where my voice can't be heard, because a lot of times I talk to myself. I'm 58, give me a break. Yeah, it would be kind of like an idea, right? Because, you know, I do know a lot of people come in actually to listen to the full sounds of the river. I know a lot of times at the end of the day when I'm done streaming, you know, I'm done fishing, then done streaming, I'll go back over one of my old live feeds when I'm down on the river right at the end, because I know always at right around the end, right when I'm about ready to shut her down, is when I'll usually just nature and nature sounds. I'm gonna think about this. Wouldn't this be a cool little, like, locked in on the audit right there? And just maybe an hour, 2 hours of that. That'd be a pretty cool idea. I'm gonna have to look into that. That would be very easy, because my tablet doesn't get great picture, but its audio is incredible. It gets really good close-ups. Far away, it's like, eh. And that tree has gone up. do some damage. I gotta go get that rod. Well, that doesn't. Make sure. You know what I mean? It's just hard enough to keep up with one rod down here right now. Tell you what, if those big freshwater drum are in that shallow, they don't like coming into really shallow water, especially those bigger ones. Now, mind you, like a pound or 2 pound want to come in really shallow, but a 10 pounder to come in there that close to bank, guarantee you there's a 40 or 50 pound blue cat just nosing his butt up there. It's like, oh man, I ain't seen the sun in 20 years. See, LaToya says, yeah, I can put it up on YouTube, on the TV, and even take a nap. The soothing sounds of the water. Yeah, and then wake up to have to go to the bathroom. That's the only problem with that. You wake up and, oh man, now I gotta pee. They did come in MVP. Is that why NJ keeps calling me MBP Nile? Because when he listens to the end of my videos, he has to go take a pee? Is that Mark's way of saying he has a problem with his prostate? Did I say that out loud? What the heck? Oh boy. The twins laughing butt off. I'm glad you enjoyed that joke. I didn't know if I should say that one or not. That's on the borderline. That's why I always say we're a PG-13. Barely. Give or take a point or two in either direction. Oh, folks. Let's see 6 incredible people still in and seeing 67 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. MVP Nile, now I gotta go pee. What you doing in the water for like that? Get your nice feet on. Oh, I did not want to picture that. Now it's in my head. Well, I'm gonna get my. I'm gonna hear about that one the next time I go into Mark's live feeds. I start looking behind me. MVP, where are you? Oh shit, it's Mark. Oh, sorry about that. Hey Seth, SJO, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for coming in. We were just joking. I'm allowed one joking. Yeah, that was on the borderline again. Sorry about that, folks. Let's see. Seth says, "Hey MVP, pay no attention. I have potty mouth today. It slipped up. That's the first cuss word I've said in probably 6 live feeds. So, whoops." Let's see. It says, SJO says, what's happening? And yikes. No words. Been fighting the driftwood down here for about 2 hours. Caught 3 nice freshwater drum. And I was just thinking about how it would be a great thing to do with my backup account to kind of set up a phone down here right by the river and pick up the background audio of the river and stuff. Back away from the camera, just let it fish with the the river floating by and the water and everything. And I thought, well, yeah, it'd be great until you woke up and you have to go take a pee. And it's been a tough grind with this driftwood. All that wood, the boating will be very hard. Dodging all that wood. I tell that to the couple of boaters I've seen out here. And I totally agree with you, Seth. It's crazy to have a boat out here on this river with this type of debris. Let's see, Seth says, hey, LaTonya. And this is just the small stuff drifting by. There's massive stuff out there in that river. In fact, it looks like right behind that, the bridge trestle there. Yeah, that's the side of somebody's house. Yikes. Oh boy, I gotta go. Let's go. Get. I got you. You gotta be quick down here with this crap coming down the river. And we're just flipping this step. We're just right out here by the bank. We're not even trying to fight this current. We tried to do that for about an hour down here. Lost 2 rigs. Kept getting the stuff pulled into the bank. Lost 3. Like, just give it up, my own fishing. It's right by the bank. Trying to get that line to stick to as quickly as I can. Smaller. Tons of little. And the river's up to the trees, Seth, so this is what you deal with when the water's up super high. That's why sometimes you see me fishing the lake like, Mike, you were catching fish on the last live stream. Why did you not go back down the river? Why? Because it went up 6 feet. Impossible to fish. Why? I mean, I can literally just sit here and hold the rod. That line to go around the sticks and they drift down, but eventually I'm going to get caught on that. Yep, got one. Got it. It's settled. You did see a big river mouse go by, or river rat, I'm not sure what it was. A couple of Mr. Snakies. 3 big freshwater drum, the biggest of which was definitely over 10 pounds. So we're just sitting back here relaxing and dadgummit. Crap. Again. Give me a break, river. And maybe it'll float by. Probably not. It did not. Crap. Yeah, you got it. We're gonna do that. Let's cast in even closer. Instead of trying to even cast it out there, let's go in even closer. Let's see if they'll come in even closer than that. That can't be even more than about 3 or 4 feet of water. That close? I could fish that with a cane pole. See, LaTonya says that was close. I'm trying, folks. I see 4 incredible people in and 70 thumbs up. I'm surprised people aren't in more. This is like pretty good battle down here trying to fight this fish stuff. Now that I kind of relaxed in and drank some water. I do have some coffee. It's very light coffee. And it's cold coffee. I put it in the bottle. And it's mostly water, so it's got a little coffee taste to it, so it's not going to dehydrate me. If you notice, I'm not coughing nearly as much. I mean, I'm a little bit of itchy throat, but not too bad. Tony said it will do. Yeah, I try to make lighter coffee when I'm at home, when I'm going out fishing. Put more creamer in it and sugar. Because actually the coffee that dries out your throat, I mean, dries up your system. Yeah, I tell you what, that's another problem I had with that infection in the eye. There were days that I just wasn't hungry. I mean, there was a day and a half there where I didn't eat anything. I couldn't eat. My stomach wouldn't keep anything down. There goes the log. Missed my rod. Please, 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 please miss my rod. Did it? Yay! See, Latonia says at least you're drinking something. Yeah, if you don't eat one day and your body's fighting off an infection. Now, if you didn't hear about Latonia, I scratched the inside of my eye, my right eye, right underneath my eyelid, and just right up there, right where the bone is. And I scratched that somehow, a very bad scratch, and that got infected. So I had to go to the emergency room. They gave me antibiotic eye drops because it was bringing out green pus. And it was hurting really, really badly. I was, you know, the 9 out of 10, the 1 out of 10 thing where they're saying the pain. Yeah, I was in the 9 level because there's nothing more sensitive on your body than your eyes. And that's why you guys haven't seen me quite as much on feed. Luckily, the infection's gone. She's still pretty sore. She's healing up. It's like after you've broken a bone, she's going to be sore for a while. And I know that grossing people out, but tell you what, it doesn't take much to scratch the inside of your eye. That's why your eye doctor is always telling you keep your hands away from your eyes. It's not just that your ears, your eyes are so sensitive that even like a tiny little hangnail on your tip of your finger, which is probably what happened. I rubbed my eye and I must have scratched it with my fingernail. Either that or I just got a piece of debris in it from riding my scooter around. Is that chat moving? Yep. I'm gonna make her a 3-hour feed today, so 2 hours and 51 minutes and 30 seconds. So I think we're gonna kind of call it around 3 hours. Definitely had a nice stream. I do know 2 of those freshwater drum come out really good. The other one I think was kind of pixelated, I'm afraid. It's not a great signal back here. There's chunks of iron buried in the ground up here. The Corps of Engineers, they buried a lot of stuff back here to kind of keep her from getting eroded by the super heavy current that this river will create when the water is up high like this.
You just have to deal with it when the water's high. When the water's low, you guys know the signal comes in pretty good. Oh, that's a big one, just busted the surface right out in front of us. Ain't no way I'm holding out where he was. Fish is crazy swimming out there. I'd be in by the bank, man. And we're pixelated again. All right, hopefully that cleared that up. Yep, that cleared her up. Yeah, you can see that stuff's getting, how easily that signal's going. Let's see, Jose asks, what have you caught? Let's see, I believe we've caught 3 nice freshwater drums so far today. One 3 pounds, one 4 pounds, and one well over 10 pounds. And we've caught a lot of trees. And there goes another one. Sheesh, that thing's doing 40 miles per hour down the river. Miss my rods, please, 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 please. That's not gonna do it. Let go.
Man, that tree was like, not been a bad day. Not in this stuff. Even holding this stuff is difficult, much less dodging the debris.
Oh, we also had a big rat run by the camera. Let's see, Survival, what's going on? How you doing, my friend? Let's see, Jose says nice. Let's see, Survival says MBP, hello, sir. Let's see, Survival says Miss Latonia. Let's see, 6 incredible people still on and seeing 71 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. You guys are enjoying the show today. Like this back here, folks. Every time I walk in front of that screen, I have to refresh her. Let's see, Latonia says, hey, Survival. Rian and 70 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. I guess until YouTube kind of stabilizes, we can all of our channels kind of because it doesn't seem like they're putting out, like, I haven't even gotten oh, Survival says I'm well. How are you, MVP? Doing okay, my friend. River's up super high. She's up into the trees. If it wasn't for the driftwood, it would be perfect spot down here, but fighting off this driftwood it's been quite an uphill battle. Caught 3 pretty nice freshwater drum today. Eyes still quite sore, but yeah, I'm sure that soreness will go away. That's just healing pain. It's just where, you know, the eye is the, yeah. Just checking the messages. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, this is the only location I could even set up the camera. Well, for fishing, mind you. If I set up the camera for like background audio for like the river sounds or whatever, or plenty of places I could set that up. Yeah, you can see all the driftwood floating down. And this is the small stuff just floating by. Let's see, 2:58:17. We just about made it 3 hours, folks. A few more minutes. And we've been in and out this feed, so I'm gonna run her an extra minute past that 3 hour mark just to make sure we get her in 3 hours. There's a big fish right to the left of us over here. That looked like a grass carp. I mean, honestly, that was about a 15-pound grass carp. Just come up and I think he just belched at me. Honestly, I kind of heard the. I'm not sure if the camera caught that, but I didn't even hear the fish. I just heard that, and I looked over and I saw. Obviously, they're coming in here eating the grass carp, all the weeds and the trees and stuff. They're like cows down here. They eat a lot of grass and stuff. So. See, Tony says, he be getting full of shad. He's getting full of something. There are overhanging mulberry trees down here as well. To my left and to my right. He's probably just getting there on fermented mulberries. Getting drunk as a skunk. They do eat shad when they don't have anything else to eat. See, grass carp are omnivorous, but they're primarily vegetarians. So when they've got the vegetables, they're going to eat it. Just like a common carp, if he's in there and you got him in a lake and he's in the dead of winter and the algae's died off, he comes by a crawfish, he's going to eat that crawfish. I've caught them on worms a lot as well. Now, worms do have a lot of dirt taste to them. Believe me, I know. Don't ask me how I know. But I'm sure they can mistake that for dirt and leaves and other debris. Don't ask me how I know worms taste a lot like dirt. I mean, don't ask. Don't ask. Don't ask. Please don't ask. Don't ask Latonia. She's gonna ask. All right, you twisted my arm. Okay, let's see. The worms I raise tend to squirt a lot. A lot. As in, you've got them 6 feet away from your eyes, as far out as your arms can reach, and they will still squirt on you. Ew, I know, it's gross. And occasionally you'll have your mouth open at the time. Yep. If, it was a bite on. It was a bite, yeah. Bite.
It's on. We got him. Hey, these little stinkers, these worms, they might taste bad to me, but these guys love them. Yeah. Come here, you little bugger. All right, that's our fourth of the day. That's a cool way to end the stream, folks. We caught 4 of these guys today. Man, these guys are in super close to the shoreline. I think they're getting bounced around with this debris, so they're coming in here wherever they can find a back current or anything. Boy, that's a gorgeous one there, folks. That's a pretty one there. That's a solid pound. Yeah, this is about the size you'd want to eat. Like, that's perfect size for the pan. Cut him up, gut him, scale him. Cut his head off. Just cornmeal, flour, egg, whatever type of little seasonings you want to put on there, a little hot sauce, salt, pepper, whatever. Throw them in a pan, cook them on 15 minutes on one side, 15 minutes on the other, and you're good to go. Gorgeous fish, my friends. Gotta love it. Even in this high water, we're still catching a few of them. And you guys wonder why I love these guys. Who cannot like the drum? I love these guys. I love it. All right, buddy. See ya. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciated. That just made my day. Just about to end the feed, and we get to end her on a fish. Abby says, so beautiful. And Abby says, hi, Abigail. Yep, 4 freshwater drum. Let me make sure to pin that before we go, Abby. I think we're going to shut her down. We're definitely over the 3-hour mark, 3 hours and 4 minutes. And I'm so glad I caught some fish for you guys. And we have been having a lot of trouble with the signal. It seems like every time I bring her in close, she starts messing up. So hope you guys enjoyed the show. Let's see, 4 incredible people still in, and 73 thumbs up. Awesome, folks. Yeah. I'm just gonna have my all good luck. Stay safe. Hope to see you in the water, my friends. Keep doing what you love. Keep them lines tight. I'll see you on the next one. And thank you. Have a great rest of your day. Appreciate it. Bye.